Right, so yesterday I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw the perfect hoodie, right? I fell in love with it immediately. It was my favorite color, it was a great design, it was everything I'd ever wanted. And so I went on the website and it didn't really have any additional information. It kind of looked like nobody had really bought that. It didn't have reviews, pictures posted by the customers. It made me feel like it might be a scam or it might be fake. I feel like this might be a common problem for store owners. Maybe that might be the reason why they're not getting sales, but that is still just my guess. I don't know for sure. So that's why I've invited you here as Printful social media expert to explain the value of user-generated content and also how our customers, the store owners, can use user-generated content on their social media and on their website. So what is user-generated content?
User-generated content is any type of content created by customers featuring a business. In most organic way, UGC isn't paid. It provides an extra social proof, reassuring customers it's a good idea to buy from you. For example, it could be Instagram post wearing a product, or TikTok video reviewing an order, a YouTube video, or it could be also textual, comments, reviews, testimonials.
But what makes this type of content especially important for new online store owners?
People trust more in user-generated content than brand-created content. And there are some more advantages to it. First of all, it's free marketing. There is a high power in word-of-mouth recommendations. And once a customer who is happy with a purchase and received the product shares their feedback and visuals on social media, they promote the brand for you. Another one I already mentioned is it's authentic. If a third party shares genuine feedback and opinion about your product on social media, your prospective customer will trust this user-generated content more than brand-created content.
Okay, that actually makes a ton of sense, because you wouldn't necessarily trust content made by a brand because it's in their best interest to promote themselves. But if you just see a happy customer, there's no reason to believe that that's not real.
Exactly. And it also saves your time. UGC lets you get more original and unique content from your customers for your promos, meaning that you don't have to spend so much time in organizing photo shoots and creating visuals yourself. And the fourth thing is that it also helps you build a community, because loyal customers not only support you by buying from you, but they can be a part of a community that helps you create a buzz around your products and get a real movement going. And also, this is important that UGC helps you discover customer insights, because feedback from customers can help you collect new ideas for product launches or ideas how to improve your business.
That all makes total sense. UGC is definitely super important. As a business owner, especially when you're just starting out, where do you find user-generated content?
Definitely check the Instagram section of photos where you've been tagged in. Ask your customers for permission to use their photos on your social media or website. In most of the cases, they are excited that you want to feature them. Definitely credit the owner unless agreed otherwise. It will be much easier to find your customer photos if you create your branded hashtag. For example, you can add a little pack-in note to each of your order, encouraging customers to share their photos online after receiving the product. Another two examples I can share what we have done here at Printful is having a brand ambassador program. Let your loyal customers be a part of the community. And as a brand, you can give free products to them, share sneak peeks into upcoming products. And if you and your ambassadors regularly share this content on social media, more people will notice that you have a strong community behind your brand, and most likely they will want to join. And another thing is organizing UGC campaigns. It can be a hashtag campaign where you ask them share feedback, ideas, thoughts. You can organize a challenge or contest where they submit their visuals. As a reward, you can give something to them as a thank you.
All right, those are very, I feel like, practical ideas. That's something that definitely like smaller and bigger brands can implement. So I feel like that's going to be super useful.
Right.
So I'm guessing that not all user-generated content is created equal. So what type of UGC is like the top performing, the best thing that you can get?
First of all, I just want to highlight that there's no point in sharing UGC just for the sake of sharing UGC. It's important to collect user-generated content that serves a purpose and gives value to your audience. Some of the best performing UGC examples would be being inspirational. So share a gift idea for holidays or outfit ideas for special occasions. Also sharing a review from real customers. So you can add photos and videos from customers that have reviewed your product on your Instagram stories, for example. And once you have shared those stories, you can save them to the Instagram highlights section, so you have that content more accessible and available for longer. Another example would be showing customers how to use or style your product. It could be a fun customer video, live streaming, or takeover. And finally, showing your behind the scenes, because in that way, customers see how your product looks once received.
And that probably also adds to authenticity. So showing the fact that like there are people behind the brand that is creating their favorite products, it's probably helpful.
Exactly.
Once you have all of this fantastic user-generated content, what do you do with it? Where do you put it? How do you use it most effectively?
First, I would say repurpose UGC on your social media, because time and resources might be limited for you, and visuals created by customers can help you curate the social media feed, and that way you can also let your customers' photos do the talking for you. Use UGC as creatives for ads, because when people see content posted or created on social media by a genuine user or someone they know or recognize, they tend to get influenced by that content. You can add even UGC to your product listings, and remember that also lifestyle mock-up images can be used for your store to make it more relatable and visually appealing. And the last step I would give is to add customer photos to your website to improve trust and social proof. With online tools like Pixly, for example, you can use customer photos posted on social media as brand creatives on your website. It's basically like a widget that automatically collects photos where your business have been mentioned or tagged in.
So you know what I'm wondering? Whether user-generated content is similar in concept to influencer marketing.
It's similar. Influencer content is more specific segment of UGC. And unlike UGC created by customers, influencer content is intentionally created for brands, sponsored or paid for. There are 4 types of Instagram influencers, for example, depending on the size of their audience. So mega influencers, who are celebrities with millions of followers. Then there are macro influencers, who have following between 100K to 1 million. Then there are micro-influencers having followers from 2,000 up to 50K. This number can differ. And nano-influencers, they have followers less than 1,000. And in my opinion, micro-influencers are a great fit for smaller niche brands because they tend to have a very loyal and engaged audience. When you are starting out, you want to look for personalities that are respected in your niche and check if they have organic likes, an active comment section, a legitimate follower base. Also dig into their profiles and photos to see if they are going to be a positive representative for your brand. In case you have some specific type or style of content in your mind, then make sure that influencers have experience in creating that kind of content. And ideally, your potential partner will be also a fan of your brand or similar brands like yours. So you can explore Instagram or TikTok hashtags to look out for influencers that would be a good fit and would be passionate about your product.
It's kind of a match made in heaven if you can collaborate and work with someone who actually enjoys your brand.
Exactly.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming. I feel like these were very tangible and practical tips that we could implement everywhere. But if the viewers want want to see some more real examples of user-generated content and also just other social media stuff, where could they go?
Well, they can also check our social media because we are constantly experimenting also with user-generated content. So they can get some inspiration on our Instagram or TikTok accounts too.
Okay, so I'm definitely gonna leave some links below for them where they can go and steal some ideas. But yeah, other than that, thank you so much for watching. We make content targeted at various e-commerce topics that might be interesting for you on our YouTube channel. So feel free to subscribe and stay tuned for other episodes. Thank you.